Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am your humble host Cress Nether. Welcome to the Fae Groves here on twitch.tv/NetherVT. I should actually zoom in a little bit. Hello everybody. Hoi hoi indeed. I am very happy to be bringing you another Hyrule Chronicles hiatus. This time I am not hosting it. Thank you so much for the resub, Danny. That's so kind. With Prime Gaming, well done there. Last time we had Stargate, hosted by yours truly, but then before we had Deviant Renegades hosted by Alvarans, and we're back to Alvarans for Eat the Reich. And everyone from the Hyrule Chronicles crew is here, so we're very excited. Let me actually bring us over there. In 3, 2... Hello!
It's good absurdist humor. Hello!
Hello!
Hello! Good absurdist humor?
Yeah. We were talking about straight at Haru's comment. It's almost a year.
Almost a year, yeah.
Okay, we have the content warnings pinned, just to go over them real quick for everybody.
I realize I forgot to say well done to all the folks who were first, second, and third, especially Alvarans, who was first in third place.
Yes.
Time pose. You get those when you're GM.
Yes.
Zawarudo.
We just got to that fight in JoJo.
Yeah.
Alvarez. It was very funny.
Nice.
But to briefly go over the content warnings, mention of Nazis, vampires, extreme violence, descriptions of blood and gore, drinking blood, demons, and depictions of war.
So yeah, this we're going to try and make it lighthearted, but there is some heavy content.
Yeah.
I am playing a horrid creature who's also a little guy.
Exactly.
Just a little guy. You can't help it.
Exactly.
They're just a dingus.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to get started?
I believe so. Let me turn off my synth funk.
Okay. I will move those there.
I believe everyone heard Baloo there.
Good. He's gonna sit there and do that.
Excellent.
The year is 1943. Europe is at war. Illuminated by the dull red lights of the bomber's hangar, Commander Slate paces back and forth on the steel plates of the plane's floor. The last 6 months have led us to this point. This is our final move. Your mission is to kill Adolf Hitler and his Zeppelin atop the Eiffel Tower. 4 reinforced steel boxes hang from the roof, behind bulletproof glass. In the lids, eyes stare forth with fierce determination. Your eyes. It's hot as hell down there, folks. Once you arrive, you'll be swarmed with Nazi scum till this is done and dusted. She walks over to a large lever mounted towards the front of the bomber. Godspeed, and good luck. She salutes the dropped coffins and throws the lever. The hatch opens, and you plummet from the plane towards the lights of Paris at dusk. In Paris, there's a lovely hotel that caters to the family of dignitaries. The Hotel L'Etoile, I think is how you say that. I don't know.
L'Etoile?
Yeah.
The Hotel Le French.
Yes.
As many people are walking around, having drinks, schmoozing, there is one of the last functional grand pianos sitting in the middle of a 6th-story bar, which is precisely where all of you drop in.
Yeah.
No.
Because I've chosen that.
Sorry, piano.
As it is hilarious.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, as we get started, I'm going to roll a d4. And then if you'd like to, you can describe yourself. And what you do as you bust out of the coffin, fully healed from the nun's blood that bursts from your from the coffin to heal you from impact. 2. Danny, would you describe Flint for us?
Okay. The drop coffin opens, and one of the Nazis who got knocked back by the force of them hitting just stares up at it as this weird shape pokes out from around the side with a oddly flat head with large ears. Just blinks at the silhouette, the camera shoots to him, then to the shape, then to the Nazi, then to the shape, and then back to the Nazi as the shape jumps down and gorbles him.
Okay, I believe... Let me take a look at skills real quick.
And you see that the shape is a weird, vaguely humanoid bat creature with one big red eye and very, very large teeth.
Yeah. So I believe that'll be a brawl check.
Yes. I am good at brawl.
Yeah. So
and does this count as an ambush?
Yes, this would be an ambush. There's no way that they...
I think I can get my clothing, but I don't think I need it. Because I think there's a number of uses of it.
Yes, that's a limited number of uses.
Okay.
You can describe it, going forward, if you want to, you can describe something as an ambush, and then you could use the steel gouging claw. If you want to.
But I do, when I'm in melee combat, gain 3 blood.
Alright, so you gain 3 blood.
Wonderful.
First, I'm gonna roll these 4 dice.
Ooh, you got a critical. So, buzz Nazi officers.
Gobbling the Nazi.
Okay. So you have 3 successes, I have 2 successes. And then you can allocate those. If I can find the page real quick. Go to your dice pool, add bonus dice, threat pool, player roll. You can allocate that to accomplishing the objective, which is make a grand entrance, eliminating a threat, which would be the buzzed Nazi officers, defending yourself against attacks, feeding on Nazi blood, or activating your specials.
I know what my specials are. I'm gonna get some blood.
Okay.
I don't know if you start with any.
You do not. All the blood is used to heal you from your impact.
Give me tons of blood.
Okay, so you can cancel out my attack with your crit there, and then you can gain another blood with your 4.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is briefly how rolling works. 1d3.
I have so much blood.
Robo-Pirate, would you kindly describe for us what happens when Astrid bursts out of the drop coffin?
Okay, Astrid crashes down, kicks the door off, sending it flying into the room, cracks her neck, stepping out as a horrible blue shape looms around them to terrify the gathered Nazi group.
Hey, let's go ahead and roll Terrify then, and we'll do this again.
I'll just press that.
Yeah.
The Great Spear, what does Receive a Charge do?
When you describe something as if it's like receiving a charge, I think that's like when things are charging at you, so like it could be the Nazi that you describe the Nazis charging at you. You'll get bonus dice based on how many pluses that is.
2 successes.
2 successes. They roll. They got no successes, so you can. You got 2 things to advance the objective, eliminate the threat, defend yourself against attacks, which isn't necessary, or feed on blood.
I think I want to charge a bit of blood for these abilities, so I will say Astrid will take advantage of the sudden trauma and terror and will grab the nearest Nazi to drain 2 blood.
Excellent. Okay, so you have 2 blood. 1d. Nope. I am on the wrong window.
Uh-oh.
1, 2. 2. Cress, kindly describe for us what happens when Arena busts out of the drop coffin.
As the drop coffin hits the grand piano, it opens with a hiss, and then as the stunned onlookers look in, it doesn't appear to have anyone inside. And then next to those people stands a tall, gaunt, yet deadly beautiful woman. Long ash white hair and equally pale skin as she whispers in the ear, I did not like that kind of entrance, did you? And then I would like to bite into the neck of whoever is next to me.
Okay, I believe that would be Brawl, because that would be with you in melee. Does that sound...
That's fair. I wanted to go for a con because, like, I'm not there. But I can go for Brawl. In which case, I would... let's see...
You could also go for Shoot and just use your rifle.
If I go for Shoot, do I then immediately use Charge on my rifle?
I think you have to declare that you're using the equipment for its bonuses.
Oh, okay.
You can describe it as however you want.
Yeah, in that case, I'm no longer in the coffin, but instead I've picked up. I've put up. Well, that's not the right word. I've taken a position where from just below the grand piano, I can take a shot. So that would be 3 dice, I believe. I do not have equipment or abilities that I'm using here. So that is a critical.
Ooh, that is a critical. They're going to make their roll. So you can use one of the successes from your critical to defend yourself against the attack. And again, there's advancing the objective, eliminating a threat, or feeding on Nazi blood. Or you could use both to activate one of your specials.
I am going to negate their success.
Okay.
And I'm going to advance the... actually, no. I'm going to stick with taking 1 blood, and maybe Cosgrave can beat the objective.
We'll see. We'll see. And speaking of Cosgrave, would you kindly describe for us, Articulate T, what happens when he comes out of the drop coffin?
Far less dramatic or graceful than his companions in this very moment. Cosgrave almost drunkenly stumbles out of his open coffin, dusts himself off, and looks around at the ensuing chaos and goes, looks around at the ensuing chaos and then looks down at the smashed grand piano and goes, bloody shame that, and then just is going to try and use the chaos to disappear into the crowd and make his way over to the nearest Nazi who looks like they may well be in charge in this little outfit.
Okay. You find him, because this is more of a free-form describe things rather than a...
okay.
Yeah, setting up who's who.
In that case, I would like to try and maneuver myself to basically kind of just suddenly appear with an arm around his shoulder and go, "Oh, Hans, mate, look at this. It's just a right fucking mess, isn't it? Tell you what, like, we could make it go faster if you'd like. Just call your men off. My German shit, just call them off. Like, get them to sit down." Would that be a con or a sneak to try and get them to basically intimidate this guy into...
That would be con, because sneaking is avoiding detection.
Okay. Cool.
And this will be a roll for their fortitude, but it doesn't change much. Oh no.
Oh dear.
So, there is another thing that we can do here. It's called flashbacks. You describe something and you get to reroll with 2 extra dice. Try and do flashback context. So once per session, when you roll 2 successes or fewer, you can trigger a flashback to spur yourself on to victory. You won't let Hitler win this easy. Roll on the flashback tables to define a question or choose one that appeals. Answer by describing a brief scene that happened in the past on a past Fang mission. The other players can help. Or the table states character randomly determined, or choose a player character from one present at the session. So there's like aboard a plummeting airplane, rescuing POWs in a thunderstorm, or you saved someone from certain death but nearly killed them, you recruited a character to Fang, what did it take to get them on board, you owe your life to them. There's a few of them. They're on page 41 if you wanted to take a look.
Okay.
And you could just say, no, you don't, because it is a once per session ability.
I think I won't for now.
Okay.
We'll save a flashback for later when it's a bit more important.
Okay, so they're going to make a roll. No effect. It is perfectly fine. He shouts at you in German. Apparently his English is not that good. Okay. We will go back to the top at the moment with Flint. You got some blood in you. What would you like to do?
I got some blood. I'm gonna see that the Nazis seem to be, realizing what's going on. Crunch the bone of the guy that I'm eating.
Nice.
And take like half of it and throw it straight at whoever looks important.
Ooh.
Okay. Alrighty.
Using improvised projectile ability. Spend 1 blood, chuck something large and heavy, I'll just chuck it faster.
It's femur. It's heavy.
It gains plus aerodynamics, so I think that would give me a +1
Extra.
bonus.
+1 extra dice. That is correct.
And would this be brawl? Because I'm throwing.
Yeah, I would call that brawl.
Ability dice 1.
Damn.
Oh.
They're gonna make their roll.
I think this guy's dead.
So
That's fair.
So you have to pick the eliminate threat one on that. Ooh.
I will do that. I will eliminate a threat.
Okay. Do you want to cancel out 2 of those?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So that goes back down to 2 because he made his successes. A group of the buzzed Nazi officers has taken a huge blow as your bone that you had thrown through them.
Gets 3 of them in a straight line.
Indeed.
Flint flaps their wings and just makes some screeching noises of, yeah, I did it!
Okay. And I believe it was Astrid after that?
Yeah. Astrid will just use one arm, wipe the blood off her face, cackle gleefully, grabbing the machine gun off her back, and will shoot specifically at anyone trying to get into cover. Take advantage of that as a bonus.
Okay. I believe you have to, if you're going to mark that, so a bunch of people are trying to fly into cover. Yeah, you'll mark one of those, and then go ahead and make your roll with +1 dice.
I do that, and that. 1 success.
You'll make their roll. They only get 1 success. I do not crit, because Nazis don't deserve it.
Yeah, fair
It
enough.
clearly shows that they don't have crits.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if we match, do I do anything?
If you match, you can choose to take an injury and do one of the other options, or you can choose to defend, like use your machine gun to defend yourself and not take any damage this time.
Shoot the bullets out of the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Irina. Defense, excellent. Irina.
Seeing that even with the alcohol in the veins of these officers, we are still being offered resistance. Irina instead is going to kind of try and leap towards the 7th floor of this building, kind of like the balcony, as it were.
Yeah.
And she is going to take the old but still trustworthy hunting rifle that she's inherited, and she is going from an elevated position shoot down.
Excellent. Go for it.
I'll mark that. I will shoot 1 equipment die and 2 equipment die because of my elevated position.
Yeah, it's 2 pluses.
Yes, 2 pluses. No, it's just 1 plus.
Okay, so yeah, that's just 1 extra die then.
Yeah. And bang. Ooh, only 3. Oh,
Only 3. We'll see what happens.
we'll see. Well,
Okay.
I
would you
am
like
going for negating their damage. That is 1.
Okay.
And then, in return, let's see, I am going to eliminate a threat and advance an objective.
Okay, so the last group of the Nazi officers who were attacked by the bone end up falling. There still is more, because you're in the middle of occupied France at the moment. There's always more targets, but you have advanced the objective. I will go ahead and mark that. Okay. Then we go to Cosgrave.
Cosgrave, having failed his attempt to convince this Nazi to maybe stand down, rolls his eyes and says, "Oh, right, fine," and then will attempt to, in a swift combination, flick out a hand to basically scratch across his eyes before moving in to bite at his neck. I'm going to see if I can get some blood for myself.
Excellent. I believe that would be a melee roll.
1 success.
1 success.
Oh.
Oh, 2 successes. I believe... Let me take a look at that. It has been a while since I have taken a look at that. As tough as your necromantic form may be, you can still be hurt by lucky shots. Sufficient way to fire the nightmare occult abilities of enhanced adversaries. If the GM still has attack dice remaining, you have no dice remaining. You mark an injury on your character sheet. Each character has unique injuries, etc. When you mark an injury roll a d6 and tick off the first box in the relevant category. So we'll roll a d6. If you've already marked the first box, mark the second box, and so forth.
Yep.
When you mark the second box, okay. I don't know why it wants me to roll a d6.
You roll a d6 and it goes either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, and you're
Yeah.
going to fill in the
gotcha.
top one.
Just to choose which of the
Gotcha,
three
to
columns you
choose
choose.
the 2.
So
That
it's
makes
a
sense.
shoulder injury.
My grimoire has been damaged.
Oh no, your book! The, as the Nazis respond, unfortunately, you have to bring up your grimoire to defend it from one of the attacks, and it is not quite enough as it gets scuffed. Back to the top with Flint.
Well, excited after nailing 3 Nazis with 1 sharp bone. Flint is going to chase the bone to go and start biting more people
Excellent.
and do
Go
some more
for it.
violence. Does Ravenous trigger again?
I believe so. It doesn't say limited, does it?
No.
I don't think anything's limited.
Yeah, no. When you're okay, so given it is special, we'll go ahead and leave it as it is. If you get a crit, you can use the crit to gain 3 blood instead of some of the other stuff. That's what spectral is.
I will fight. Well, I'm gonna gain some blood.
Spell hung.
No.
Get some blood.
Okay. We'll go ahead and just exit that. What would you like to spend that last success on?
More killing Nazis.
Okay, more killing Nazis it is. Alright. We go back to Astrid.
I think Astra's gonna keep emptying her clip, going, imagine there's some Nazis hiding behind the bar. Gonna try and shoot out all the bottles to shower them with glass long enough to get them actually shot.
Okay.
2 successes.
Excellent. We'll roll. 2 successes. These are some tough, buzzed Nazi officers.
Apparently.
Okay. Did you want to defend, or did you want to spend some successes on some other things? If you have some blood, you can heal yourself. I think it's 3 blood to heal.
I've only got 2 blood, so for now, I will stick with defense.
Okay. Alrighty. Irina. I'm going to say that name so many different times.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different ways.
Oh, no worries. I think, seeing how the Nazis are hiding behind the bar, I'm going to jump back from the balcony, and instead I'm going to kind of slide across the floor towards the bar, setting up in this concealed area where the Nazis cannot see it, some explosive runes, carving them into the bar itself.
Okay. I
Do some
think...
magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would this be? That is an excellent question.
That is a very fair question, I would say. Technically, they're up close because these explosive runes are going to be very close to where they are.
Okay. So you think Brawl would be fair for that one?
I think so, because I don't see what else it could be that is better.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Brawl, but I have 3 equipment dice because plus on concealed.
Oh, that's 2 equipment dice. It's 1 per plus.
Wait. If you use a piece of equipment, you get 1 die extra, right?
Once you wear it out.
Oh, no. I see what you're saying. It's a piece of... yeah. So it's a piece of equipment, and then you describe it, and it is extra ones. So you are correct, Nether.
Okay, I'm very glad to be correct. I like being correct.
Do you know if the so the way I understand it is you use up all of the dice, or all the dice in a piece of equipment, you lose that equipment but gain a permanent boost to the associated stat?
Is that so?
That's what I think it's meant to be.
Interesting.
Or is that... No, wait, the last use of any item starts with 1 more... That starts with 1 more. Adds an additional dice to the pool. Oh no, it's... The last use of the thing gets 1 extra dice.
Okay.
Ah. Yes, go on with a bang.
Yeah, I don't know if you can gain extras. Oh,
You can loot and gain extra equipment.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, you've got 2 versus that 2.
Yeah.
Or you could spend it on some other stuff.
Can you split a crit? Or does it have to be...
You could split a crit. I'm allowing it.
Okay, I am going to negate one of them. I am going to take 1 damage, and I'm going to what's the word? Use 1 to eliminate a threat.
Okay.
I think I'm a little bit too close with these explosive runes and just blow myself up as well.
Yes. Roll the d6.
I rolled a 4. Add this.
Oh no, your hair.
Yep. as this explosion hits me, some of my locks get singed. And you just hear me shriek as I go, "No! My hair! Oh no!"
Okay. Cosgrave.
Cosgrave, now thoroughly annoyed that his book has been damaged, is going to move forward to attempt to keep within close range, but he's going to draw his sword-off shotgun and shoot this guy point blank.
Excellent. That would be... I would allow that to be melee or shoot in this case. Or brawl or shoot. Number. Okay. But that is give you bonus for equipment.
Yeah. It says ++ point blank, so would that be equipment dice 2? Or?
Yes.
If it's ++ point blank, right. It is 1 + 2.
Because it's 1 for the equipment and then 2 for the extra pluses. Yeah.
Okay.
1 crit, 1 success.
Okay. So you have, if you want to defend, you have 2 successes left over to do stuff with.
I'm gonna have some blood. I think I need some blood.
Yeah. How much blood do you want to take? You could take 2 blood.
I'm gonna take 2 blood. I feel like I need it.
2 blood it is. Excellent. We go back to the beginning with Flint. So I do want to say, you can also describe actions that use multiple pieces of your equipment if you want to. And then you will get the collective pluses, if that's something that you guys want to do. Mm-hmm. Do keep that in mind. Okay.
I don't think I can do that with both of my equipment pieces in a room.
That's fair.
Considering the ++ from my other one is 3 or more stories of a building. Flint is very much getting into the bloodlust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use improvised projectile again.
Nice.
And pick up one of the Nazi corpses and throw it at another one.
Excellent. Beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. I will roll first real quick. Okay, you got 1 success on you.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Flint is fucking motivated.
Flint is indeed motivated. You have 4 successes left over if you wanted to defend?
Oh, 5 total, yeah.
If you wanted to defend.
I'll defend, yes. And I will... do the objective.
With the other... With the remaining 4?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. You have 1 left on the objective before you move forward. Just letting you guys know on that one. Astrid.
After throwing the body, Flint is like, Flint is strongest! Flint is strongest!
Astrid will chuckle merrily and say, yes, Flint is strongest. And,
this is hard to argue.
Flint is strongest.
As panic Nazis charge in towards her, she'll swing around, raising her spear to take the charge and stab them straight through, hopefully.
Okay, absolutely. Go for it.
Hey, I am going to actually use that critical to use the special for unnatural endurance. Reduce your attack die by 3.
Okay, they have no attack die.
And then I'll use the remaining success to push the objective.
Okay. You are able to break the line of reinforcements of the Nazi soldiers as you guys continue forward. The path is mostly clear as you reach as you continue moving towards the Place de la Serene, a classy area with bistros, cafes, and boutiques. Well-to-do families drink coffee and eat pastries at outdoor tables. A mermaid fountain graces the center of the square. However, here there are police patrols that will report you to the Nazis. Because
oh no,
ACAB,
cops! The other Nazis.
Exactly. So,
Nazi's
This-
light.
As you guys have moved to a different point of the scene, who would like to go first?
I think I would like to go first, and seeing the patrols, I kind of pull everyone into a corner for a moment, out of sight, and from my pocket I take a strangely smelling, almost occultly smelling cigarette as I light it up. I mark my equipment and gain 2 blood.
Excellent. What would you like to do as you smoke?
As I smoke, I kind of glance around, and taking in these patrols, I think I also want to go and set up a little bit of a trap for them.
Yeah.
As I prepared explosive runes this morning.
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead, and I will make the roll for them.
Would this be calm?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Using, you are looking very quite flattering at this particular moment. I will allow it a charisma thing.
Okay, thank you very
They
much.
got 2 successes on that one.
Here's hoping. Oh, yes.
There you go.
I only have 1 charge on these runes left, but I negate their damage, and I think I want to make sure that this explosion is a nice distraction, a nice way of letting them go to a certain point, allowing us to slip away, as I use the other 3 successes to advance the objective.
Excellent. So you are able to sit there and clear a path for you guys to get out of the open and more into cover. Who would like to go next? Excellent. I will say Cosgrave goes next.
Okay, taking advantage of this, Cosgrave will immediately slip back into he'll dust himself off, wipe his mouth a bit, and say, "Stay in the shadows, mates," and we'll just attempt to vanish into whatever shadow or cover he can find to keep completely out of sight while moving.
That sounds like a sneak to me. I'll make a roll for them real quick. Would you like to re-roll with a flashback?
You know what? Yes.
Our
I
dice
think
don't
I will.
like you today.
Dice do not like me today. Let's see. What kind of flashback?
Just for a reminder, those are on page 41.
Thank you. I would like to utilize the context of assassinating a Nazi general at the opera with the question of how did Astrid save my life?
Excellent.
I think any of these flashbacks is very funny to take Flint on.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah.
So Astrid, how did you save Cosgrave's life at the opera when you guys assassinated the Nazi officer? Nazi general, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in full, Cosgrave had just taken down the officer when one of his soldiers was shooting at Cosgrave, and in full "Get down, Mr. President," she jumped in the way, blocking the bullet with her tough body.
Excellent. I will just roll my dice real quick. Okay, now re-roll the flashback.
Okay. Oh, I actually check this thing. Assassinating a Nazi general. Question: how did they save it? Character Astrid.
Excellent. So you have 3 successes to play with.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna request that if someone else has to do a flashback, please take Flint on number 5. I think it'll be very funny.
Number 5. You sacrificing for a submarine.
How the hell are you gonna get Flint on there?
Oh, I can imagine Flint going, no, don't want it, no, get in the submarine, no.
My cave, no!
I would.
It's a wet metal cage, yes.
I would like to spend. I'd like to spend all 3 on advancing the objective. I think to get further down and kind of begin work on clearing further paths as we go.
Excellent. So with that, as you guys have completed the second objective very quickly, you are able to get into cover and advance deeper past the occult barriers into Sector 2 of Paris. You do know that it is a long trip through Paris, so you figure that there's a good way to get through it, or the best ways to get through Paris would probably be, given that there's not many cars, because cars aren't very popular right now, is either by a vehicle there or through the metro station. There's an expensive looking garage or the metro station. Which way would you guys like to go?
Ooh.
Well, I'm up for some trains.
Yeah, is the convenient way to travel.
Train good, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cosgrave will shrug. And it's like, well, it sounds like this is a democracy, so let's go.
Flint clearly does not know what a train is.
Or a democracy.
Sector 2. I just want to make sure I got everything on that. Metro station. I did. Excellent. Okay. Unfortunately, none of the trains are currently running, but the metro makes for an excellent means of slipping through the city undetected, if that's the sort of thing that you guys would like to do. Miles upon miles of rail tunnels, maintenance shaft, and public thoroughfares allow for access to almost anywhere in the city. If you're clever about it, But when you're underground, you're much easier to track. If you found a working train or repaired a malfunctioning one, you might be able to speed beneath the streets until you're chased down by motorcycles and enemy trains on adjacent tracks.
Ooh.
Alright, is any of us good at fixing?
2.
What is fixing?
You know, Flint, you know how you take apart things. And you're very good at it. It is the opposite of that.
Oh.
Yeah, I can give it a shot. Oh, you what's the difference between a train and a car?
And we'll try fix. Flint has 2 fix.
Same.
Okay, it's all at you, Cosgrove.
Yep.
Flint is going to try to help.
Okay.
While
So,
you're
you guys
working
will
on
make
that,
it.
I am going to use all of my blood to fix my hair.
Perfect. Your hair is now once again flawless.
Thank goodness. I couldn't bear to live this way. That was a joke.
By help, I mean Flint holds tools and occasionally nibbles on them.
Excellent. Okay. So, Flint or Astrid, who would like to go next? Since you guys breezed through the second bit.
What are we currently doing?
As you guys are going into the metro station, you do know that there are that the alarm has been raised, so might be people who are chasing you shortly.
I am going to set up an ambush for the people coming after us.
Okay. As you set up an ambush, you do not have to wait long, as you see similar to the officers. However, these people are far more armored, and it might be harder to get through to them. Infantry starts trying to follow your group into the metro station. What would you like to do?
Basically, like up in the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is use both of my pieces of equipment to swing down from the ceiling and like crash through them with my gouging metal claw.
Oh, nice.
So that is 1 for each piece of equipment, because that's what we decided on. Plus 2 from the grappling hook, plus 1 from the gouging claw, so that'd be 5.
Yes.
Oh, the equipment's meant to give +1 just on their own
Whoa.
without these situations.
That's what we decided. That's
And I'm gonna use a special to get some more blood, and I now have 8 blood.
Excellent. You can share blood if you'd like to. Just putting that out there.
I will do that later.
Maybe share with some injured people.
Yes.
Are you only using one of the specials? Because you can do
Yes.
2. Okay, so if you block one of those, you still have 4 successes.
And I will use those to kill Nazis.
Okay. As you swing down, you do notice that some of their armor does absorb the blow. They only take 3 damage. They have challenge 1, which means they have armor 1 pretty much. They reduce incoming damage by 1. Okay, Astrid.
I have their attention.
You do indeed
Alright.
have their attention.
Astrid will also stride forward, cackling as they all pile into the tight confines of the stairs down. He's gonna throw a grenade at them.
Excellent. Fragmentation grenade.
Is that brawl to throw?
I would allow brawl or shoot.
Yeah, I got all my dice and brawls. Let's see. Let's go.
Let me scroll down. Ooh, 3 successes. Not bad, not bad. Okay, you have 1 success left over. What would you like to do? Or if you choose to defend, you do not have to do that. I'm so used to Scion.
Oh, would you take like 1 damage per dice not defended, basically?
So if you used all 3 to attack me, oh wait, no, that's not what you're asking. Injuries. I believe you would take 1 damage per one that's not blocked. Injuries. If the GM still has attack dice, no, it just says when the GM still has an attack dice remaining, so you would only take 1 injury, even though I got 2 successes.
Alright, I'll go all in on attack then.
Okay. Go all in on attack. Go ahead and roll that d6 for me. See what your injury is.
Wait, there's actually a thing for it. Sigils marred.
Oh. The fragmentation grenade, given that the metro station is a little bit blown back at the moment, blows some dust and it smears over your sigils.
Ah, well.
Okay. Irina.
From the place where I saw Flint, jumping down, I think I'm going to set myself up there, and taking a shot at these armored infantry. I'm going to take out my trusty exquisite hunting rifle once again.
Excellent. Go ahead and make
with
that
my
roll.
elevated position, I'm going to see how best.
Okay, we'll
take
have that
down-
roll real quick.
Okay.
You got 2 successes.
4 for me.
Excellent.
I'm going to negate their defense and challenge And with
Okay.
my final one, I will.
So if you
think-
wanted to do some damage, you'd have to spend both of them because, yeah, their challenge is...
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I am going to go for damage. Yes.
Okay. Excellent. You have done some decent damage to them as this first squad goes down. There will reinforcements. Reinforcements have arrived.
Damn.
However, these ones are rushing to get there. They haven't been able to get as much equipment. Their attack dice is lowered.
Excellent.
Osgrave, what would you like to do?
Well, I think they've got that covered. I believe the idea was to fix a train to use.
Yeah.
So if that is an option, Cosgrave will then get to work on that as best he might.
Go for it. I will roll to see how they try to interfere. With one success.
One success.
The bullets are kind of trying to whiz past your head, making it a very difficult aspect to concentrate on, unfortunately. If you choose to defend.
Yeah, I choose to defend.
Okay.
Deal with the situation in a different way, perhaps.
I am so used to other games. This is still fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Flint, I believe you were next.
Yes. And I'm in the middle of the mob.
You are, as more keep piling in behind them.
I'm just gonna fight them.
Excellent. Kick their ass.
So I can... If I just get the equipment boost, base equipment boost on the claw, I don't use a use of it, do I?
If you want a bonus, you will use a use of it.
Okay, so I'll just use the claw then.
Okay.
Oh no, I failed.
Oh, darn.
Time to flashback someone onto a submarine.
Would you like to reroll with a flashback?
Yes.
Okay. While you guys decide that, I will.
Who would have come with who would have been made to go with Flint to steal a cipher from a submarine?
I can roll a d6.
Look, I think Arena is already the financial backer of Fang, and I
Like
think
Irina and Flint would be the perfect pair to go in tight confines of a dirty submarine.
Yeah.
if only to reallocate and repossess stolen wealth, most likely.
Flint was sent with Irina to steal a cipher machine from a Nazi submarine. And it was incredibly frustrating for Irina because Flint had never seen a submarine before and was very scared of going in this scary wet metal cave full of loud noises.
Okay.
But she taught him how to sneak in there and was like, look, it's full of Nazis. They're full of blood. You like blood?
Yeah.
And taught me some tricks like not to be scared of submarines.
Excellent.
Give me them 5s.
Yeah. Bunch of good 5s.
Nice.
I would like to kill more Nazis.
You would like to kill more Nazis. Okay, these ones still are armored.
Okay.
We'll make that noted. But they do take some damage.
Yes.
Okay. I believe we said Astrid was next?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like slipping back to the Great Spear and, defending a incoming charge down the stairs sounds like a perfect use of its effect.
Exactly. Good place to brace yourself with gravity helping you.
Nazis, throw yourself into my spear. Oh, I'm just very bad at rolling dice, I guess. Nothing this time.
Okay, I was about to say you can choose to defend, or you can re-roll the flashback and get more dice.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's see, where was that flashback list?
41.
Let's roll d6. 1. On board a plummeting aeroplane. Let's go for the questions. 6. I want the character see a failings. What do they most respect about you? I'll say Cosgrave. What do you most respect about Astrid? As you learned as they were on board a plummeting aeroplane.
I think the thing I respect most about Astrid is that they just like to have fun with it. I don't think I saw any possibility that they were scared. They were actually kind of thrilled to be plummeting towards the ground at Mach 2. It was quite entertaining to watch, to be fair.
Yeah, actually feeling the wind rather than having the coffins.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe shouldn't have eaten the pilot before we landed.
Probably not. But he was probably a Nazi, so...
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and reroll.
You reroll everything and then another 2 dice?
Yeah, if you just put the reroll of the flashback, it should do it for you.
Oh, I see, and you added like that. Hey!
Alright! So you have 3 successes over if you choose to defend.
What's a threat rating?
A threat rating is, for lack of a better term, their HP.
Okay, so they've already taken a large chunk of that?
Around half the squadron fell to Flint.
Okay, I will in that case use that crit on my special to reduce a threat rating by 3.
Excellent. You said you were using your Great Spear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you sit there, you start mowing through, kind of catching up to Flint as these Nazis are, as this squadron is finished.
If I finish the squadron, do their attacks still count?
I would say yes, because you have to allocate the successes afterwards.
That makes sense. Okay, so I'll use 1 for defense and 1 to get some blood on the way.
Alright, excellent.
The last one, as the spear just dives in through their heart, out the other side, just start chomping down on it like it's meat on a stick.
Okay. So I will roll. Okay. These ones even have less. They are running rugged. Cosgrave. That would be you.
Has Ingrid gone? Not Ingrid. Arena.
I believe
That's
not.
Oh, okay. Would you like to go?
In that case, if I see the armored infantry squad, I think I'm going to go for a charge as instead of my rifle. I'll put that back on my shoulder, over my shoulder, and I unsheath my cavalry saber as I charge.
Excellent. Charging sounds like melee. So
that is brawl +2.
Excellent. Arena.
No.
Would you like to re-roll the flashback?
think maybe we should save some of that for next time, or for like.
No, it's once per session.
It's once per session, but like we're only 1 hour in, so I think I'm going to save mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So then, Cosgrave. Now
Okay.
it's your turn.
Cosgrave's gonna like get slightly frustrated at how complicated this engineering is. So he's going to use 1 blood in order to incant a spell of sorts and gesture over to one of the Nazi corpses nearby and calls out, "Hans, you okay? I need an hand here, mate. I need you to hold something for me," and force it to rise as a ghoul to come over and help with the fixing of things as I use Dan's Macabre.
Oh.
Okay. Which falls apart. So for around a minute. Excellent. Yeah, that would give you +1 for, I think, all your rolls for a little bit.
Nice.
Because I think that's what that's supposed to be. Full control of the corpse for a minute, after which it falls apart. Yeah, okay. And then you said that you still wish to fix?
Yep.
Alrighty. They had 1.
Excellent.
Very much excellent. Okay, you have 4 successes to play with.
All of them on the objective. All of them on fixing this train.
Okay. You realize that fixing this train is going to take a while, but you're a little under halfway there.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
Flint or Astrid? Flint is muted. Is that- Murder.
I'm going to do more violence.
Alright, do more violence.
Ah.
Okay, they will roll. Attack rating should be that. Okay. They're trying hard. Starting
I'm
to get set
gonna
up.
spend one of the successes on defense.
Okay.
One on objective by basically preventing the Nazis from shooting at Cosgrave, and the other 2 on murder.
Okay, so as these are still armored infantry, you still have to get through that armor, but they are still fleshy things underneath. Okay. Who would like to go next? Astrid?
Astrid. I'll use up all of the rest of my grenades and use this special bonus.
Yeah, go for it.
So Astrid will just look at the continuous swarm of Nazis, look at her belt of grenades, look at them again, and just shrug and lob the entire belt.
Perfect.
You hear a squeaking noise from Flint as he just like puts his wings up between himself and the grenades.
Okay then.
I will roll their 1 dice. Hey!
So you have
Good job, grenade.
a lot
Use
to
one
play
of
with.
that for defense.
Got any specials you want to activate?
Can you do specials more than once?
As long as you crit, I assume so.
Yes. I've used mine more than once.
I'm going to use 2 of those specials to reduce the threats rating by 3 twice. As the sheer volume of explosions rips through the swarm of Nazis.
Okay. I will close that.
Then... let's see, do I want a bunch of blood or do I want to help the objective?
Okay, no los dos.
I'm going to take 1 blood and I will say that just the sheer vibrations ripple down the station into the train, helping knock a few things into place.
Okay. How many successes goes to that? 2? Okay. It is getting quite close. I am looking for the thing because I forgot one thing. I forgot to put in motorcycle squads. As you hear,
come once we start driving.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep using armored infantry.
That will be fair.
Also,
okay.
also that gives me motorcycles to hit people with.
Yes. Speaking of, so I will put that in there real quick. If I have to, I will roll their dice as motorcycle squads come in. All vampires gain the following special when engaged with motorcycle squads. I will put it in chat for you guys.
Okay.
Copy. Paste.
Okay.
Deal free damage.
Crash and burn. Inflict 3 damage to the motorcycle squad. I will be making the motorcycle squad real quick. Who would like to go next?
I would like to go next.
Okay.
The motorcycle squad, is this squad going to arrive via the stairs that the armored infantry squad is coming down from? Or is this more a they're coming through the tunnels?
You hear them coming through the tunnels because that sounds more interesting. As they're attempting a pincer maneuver with maybe some more infantry that might be trying to come back.
With that, I am going to assume that the tunnel they're coming through is not the tunnel that we are wanting to escape through.
Okay.
In which case, hearing them
You don't
approach,
have to assume, you can just declare it.
I declare it to be so. And instead, hearing them approach, we get a slight advance warning. With Flint currently engaging the armored infantry squad, I am going to set up in the tunnel my third and final portion of explosive runes.
Okay.
So I set up the most elaborate runes in the entire circle of the tunnel from bottom to top. Then, seeing the motorcycles approach, I go, "Oh, here, boys, come and get me." And I hope to lure them into my trap.
Alright. I'll let you use con. I know what you're going for.
I hope you lure them into the trap too. I have an idea.
So, this is my final explosive rune, so that's 1 extra die. Here, I'm hoping that I roll some good ones on this total of 8 dice. That's pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
That is not bad. Let's see. What is their challenge?
They don't have a challenge. Motorcycle squad does not. They have to be lightweight on these motorcycles.
Excellent.
For maneuverability.
I'm going to use my critical to special for the crash and burn.
Okay.
I'm going to diminish their attacks by 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to drink a little blood.
Excellent. Get a little blood. A little bit more
As
blood.
a treat.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. I believe that is Cosgrave.
Okay.
Feels alright.
Well, I think Cosgrave will just keep working on things as best he might with his Zombo buddy. He's going to break out the enormous knife in order to do some jiggery pokery.
That's a knife.
It is a knife. It's a very good knife.
Okay.
This guy, like, everything he's doing is completely, like, entirely improv. Like, he doesn't know how to repair a train. Entirely guesswork.
I mean, that looks like it goes there, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
3 successes.
Okay, they will try. Okay. Got 1 success left over. What would you like to do with it? If you choose to defend. I gotta remember that. Can take injury.
Yeah, I do choose to defend. I'm going to just put that 1 success towards the objective.
You are very close to completing that objective. Almost there. Okay. I believe that brings us back to the top.
How many abilities can I use in a round?
All of them, if you'd like. If you can get
Excellent. I would like to spend 1 blood to fly.
them. Excellent. You are flying in a cave.
And spread my wings and flap upwards.
Mhm.
Catch one of the motorcycles that flies up from the explosive ruins with my claw.
Okay.
And basically flap my wings really hard to flip over and throw the motorcycle with improvised projectile, spending another blood,
Excellent.
into the armored guys.
Okay.
So that will give me roll 1 from aerial combat, 1 from improvised projectile, and 1 from using the claw.
So so I use the higher attack of the guys. So that would be 3 dice. Then you get 2 successes. You still have a bunch of dice, though.
Yes. Give.
Okay. What would you like to do with all of those successes?
I will spend all of them on killing the Nazis.
Okay. So you have 5. You can do a bunch of damage to the motorcycle squad, because you can do the 3 and then 6 in total. Or you can, I will say, you spend them all
delete
on the armored guys. Okay, they are deleted. The armored guys are deleted.
I get hurt.
Yes, so go ahead and roll for injury, please. 5.
Hamstrung. 02, yes.
You pulled an ACL on that one.
Yes. Daryl 2?
No, just 1.
Okay.
Because it says if I have any attack dice left over. So I'm taking any as all my attack dice.
Okay.
Okay. So, Astrid. Oh, go ahead.
Land to go, ow.
Are there motorcycle guys left?
There is a
Yeah,
little over half.
I killed the armored guys, not the motorcycle guys.
With the looting thing, is that an action in your turn, or is it just a thing you can do at some point?
Usually there's loot in the description of places, but we can always improvise some loot if there's something that you're looking for.
I was just thinking, like, when you run out of ammo, you just say you get another gun.
Yes. You can just grab another. You can pull do Call of Duty rules and just grab one of their guns. It'll probably have for shooting still.
Well, Astra doesn't like the idea of shooting moving targets, and instead is harking back to the olden days of spearmen versus horses, and will stand down at the oncoming bikes.
Okay. I'll roll for them real quick. Got 2 successes.
I will defend and do 1 damage.
Okay, do 1 damage to them. You are able to impale one as you are as he tries to cut through and get close to you. Alrighty. Irina or Cosgrave?
Wait, did you just say Tyrina?
No, I said Irina.
Okay. Then it's just me. It's just me with Hyrule Chronicles on the brain. I would like...
Irina suddenly becomes a paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrene is just in Paris. Is like, so I have to kill these guys, right? Right?
Exactly.
Yes. Bad men, very bad. Kill.
I think I am going to try and we're near completion of the objective, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So, as the motorcycle squad is still here, I am going to whirl around, kind of using my own coat and my hair to become this blur of movement. I am going to try and charge the nearest one with my saber, and as I'm trying to do that, I'm just going to, with this deep sonorous tones, start intoning this old Romanian folk song that echoes through the tunnel, and I would like to terrify.
I'll allow it. I was about to ask if you wanted to sit there and terrify.
Yes. So I'm going to use my
I will roll for
saber.
that. Okay.
And oh, yes. Diminish their attack, first of all.
Okay.
Then, one special for Crash and Burn,
Okay.
and the other crit for 2 blood.
For 2 blood. Okay. Excellent. Cosgrave.
Okay. Gonna put the knife away. Clearly, that wasn't going to do much to help me here. I'm going to get back to fixing this with the help of Hans.
Okay. Motorcycle squad tries to come up. What the hell?
Ooh.
Let Cosgrave in.
Let him do something.
It's fine. I'll put all those towards defending.
Okay.
Just kind of like cowering behind Hans. It's like
Incoherent German
Oi!
noises!
Piss off! This is a hail of bullets.
Okay. Then we go back to the top.
We do not like that they shoot friend.
No, we do not.
We will stop from shooting friend.
Excellent. How would you like to stop them? Wow, they're rolling really well right now.
Why?
I'm gonna grab another chunk of probably the ceiling that's fallen down from all the explosions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Same as last time.
Damn straight. Get them.
Dice. Buildy dice.
Very
Well.
nice.
That's good.
So I will counter the damage. That's
3. You have
3.
3 left.
3 left. I will put 2 towards fighting the motorcycles. And 1 towards the objective.
Okay. The objective has 1 left. Now, if you put 2 towards it, you could use the critical, and that would do 3 damage to the motorcycle squad instead of 2.
Yeah, okay.
Because, it's the crash and burn.
Yes.
Okay. So I will hit this button, as the Nazis are non-stop.
Oh, why are there so many Nazis in Paris?
It's 1943.
Yeah.
Lots of snacks. Give.
Astrid.
Astrid will stick with final gasp of her spear. See how well it goes. shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Wow. You disappoint me, Sphere.
Spears indeed. But it does, if you choose, defend you.
Yeah.
Okay. Arena?
Okay. New motorcycle squad. I am going to, again, I think I'll get on top of the train that we're trying to fix and shoot from there.
Excellent. Go for it.
Okay. With what little magic I possess, after shooting one of them, I will negate their damage and just take 1 blood from the wound.
Okay. Excellent. 1 blood from the wound. Cosgrave.
Okay.
Yeah, it's non-stop. That's why it's like,
It is
do this in 2
non-stop.
sessions.
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, Cosgrave is going to need some breathing room, I think. Cosgrave is going to take the pistol that might still be on the corpse of Hans.
Yes.
And then in his other hand is going to take out a clear bottle with a swirling greenish energy in it. It's going to pop the cork, and using his bottled ghosts is going to temporarily open up a part of the wall to make it intangible and shoot through it in order to shoot at some of these motorcycle squad guys.
Excellent.
Just to clear a bit of space.
Okay, I will roll for them. Alright. Fuck them up.
Go for it.
Alright.
Nice. So I would like to use that crit on the crash and burn.
Okay.
I would like to use that 1 success to contextually say, as there is a crash and burn, one of the motorcycle guys tumbles through the wall halfway through, and Cosgrave gets to have a snack and get some blood.
Nice.
Okay.
Nom, nom, nom.
Alright. Back up to the beginning.
Speaking of nom nom nom,
Mhm.
I am gonna fight the final use of the claw gives you more.
1 more die, yeah.
Yeah, 1 more die.
While the motorcycle guys are distracted by Cosgrove's attack, Clint's gonna drop down behind one and just grab him.
Hit his ass. Hit his ass!
Amazing.
So I use my special to gain 3 blood.
Yeah, go for it.
And I will use the rest on 2
You
more
only need
blood.
to use... Okay, I was about to say,
And,
you only need to
and
use...
then kill Nazis, please.
Okay, the Nazis only have 1.
nom 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 nom.
So, if you
How much I have
like...
left?
Okay, so they
If I
have
have
no
any, if I have
challenge.
any left, I will help
So
with the
that's
objective and be like,
1.
"Oh, this has the right tool," and I will just throw it to Cosgrave to fix the train.
Yeah.
2 for that. 2 for 2 more blood. Yeah, you have 3 left over.
Objective, please.
Yeah. Sure.
This looks useful. Here you go, Cosgrave.
Okay, as the train finally begins moving, you guys have a brief moment of reprieve. But you know it is
Good.
only brief.
Who needs blood?
I'm at 4. I'm pretty good so far right now.
for like injuries and stuff.
Got 1 injury
Trust.
and 4 blood, so I'll spend 3 blood and heal now, I think.
Okay.
I could,
So I have 1 blood left.
If I have
also-
1 more blood, I'll be able to heal my injury.
I will give
I have-
you some blood. How much can I give?
You can share as much as you'd like, depending on how you guys.
I
want
will
to
give
split it up.
Cosgrove 3 blood.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
For
Yes,
heal?
it's bad. And I will spend 3 on myself to heal my hamstring.
All right.
As
Okay.
well, Astrid will pick up something suitably for melee purposes. A large pipe or something spiky.
Yeah, I'm also curious what if there's anything that the Nazis had been carrying
I need a new melee
Which-
weapon.
has some sort of like occult or arcane investiture.
Majority of them are just kind of like arcane defenses, especially on the armored squadron. But it seems as though these are rank and file individuals.
Yeah.
They're not going to be given a whole lot.
That's
Can
fair.
I get a melee weapon?
Yeah, you want a knife, you want a saber, you want a pipe, you want...
I will take a pipe.
Alright, got a couple people with pipes.
Now, my
Astrid
equipment
like
has
saber.
cigarettes taken from the pockets of hanged men. Do these Nazis have any cigarettes that are as potent?
Unfortunately not.
Ah.
They do have plenty of cigarettes.
Yeah,
They don't do much hanging. They're more shootings kind of guys.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
What special bonus would saber and pipe give?
That is an excellent question.
See if there's anything.
What do we think would be good for a pipe?
Ooh.
I don't want to say against crowds if you're swinging it.
Yeah.
So, but it is only a pipe, so it's probably like 2 or 3, and +1 against crowds.
I found the loot rules. It says that basically they start with 3 and have a +1 effect on something.
Yeah.
I put
Okay,
the +2
cool.
crowd control.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will. That
Less
sounds
crowd control.
very good.
As for a saber,
Ariana has it. Charge.
yeah, my
Yeah.
saber has charge, and it is special because it has 5 boxes.
Yes.
Okay, so 3 boxes charges the effect.
I'll just step away for a moment to refill my drink, but I am still here. I can still hear you, and I can shout from the kitchen.
Excellent. Okay. How much time do we have left? Just out of curiosity.
It's been an
30
hour and a
minutes.
half.
Okay, half an hour. Cool. We can, we got this. Okay.
Yeah.
As you reach the end of the line, you've heard about Le Cocon Noir, a French resistance bar that you know that you guys could probably hide in for a little while if to finish up anything or resupply. Or you could try to smooth and get some of the resistance fighters on your side if you would like.
Smoozing.
I don't
You
think
have-
Flint is
Oh.
good at schmoozing.
Nah. You have a secondary objective if you would like to accomplish this one. Which will be, I will just tell you, team up with the resistance, and it is rating 4. Getting rid of the rest of the Nazis will be 6. Just so you guys are aware of where to put your stuff.
I wouldn't mind trying to smooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of, it is Nazis light, as the police are indeed patrolling this area. As you guys have taken some time to lick your wounds, who would like to go first?
Dwight is gonna
Hi.
look at the others and point at the police and say, "Food." Does anyone answer the question?
Sorry, I was
Given it's Current moment of quiet. I think so. Not until they notice us.
Yes. But, to be fair, if they notice you, might as well get something out of it.
So like, just shuffle towards them in the hopes that they will notice them, in order to so that they can eat them.
Flint, no.
Hungry.
I know this isn't a great tool for you, but I kind of want to make it con because you're using charisma.
You know that this is something that Flint does a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
You still got a critical. I roll the dice. Still have one success left over.
Give me some blood. Give me.
Flint, you know what happened in Danzig.
I think we've got the police's interest.
You got yes.
Well, Flint has a police interest. You guys go have fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some cops.
I think in that case, with the sirens going off and the resistance fighters obviously noticeably getting spooked, I think I'll stand on top of the bar and say, "Gentlemen, ladies, please do not worry. We are here and know that you have your heart in the right place, because I can hear it beating. But think of all these policemen, these Nazis occupying your territory. Would you not want to fight back in a way that counts?" I am sorry, I'm making all of these vampire puns. It is terrifying. I think if you side with us tonight, your fight, your struggle will not be in vain. I keep doing it, oh my goodness. And I try and calm these, well, convince these people.
Yeah. I will reward the puns with one extra dice.
Oh, thank you.
Just one. Just one. Just one.
Honestly, this is a gift. I thank you so much. Haha.
Okay, you have 5 successes. What would you like to do with your 5 successes?
Ooh. Friends.
Oh, you're trying the secondary thing was to team up with them.
Yes, because that's what I wanted to achieve here.
How much is needed to achieve?
I think I want to convince them fully, and then leave the final success for one of them to throw like a brick against a car of the police.
Okay. So final success for damage against the police. Given that you were the one to sit there and do that, you have new equipment. You have the Guerrilla Squad, which is 4 uses.
Okay.
And gives you a plus to flanking maneuvers.
Okay, plus flanking maneuver.
Just 1 plus.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
4. There are going to be handsome French men and women in the squad, yes?
Of course.
Because Irina definitely wants that.
Excellent.
just there pointing out the hottest people in the crowd. It's like you and you can come with me.
Alrighty. Astrid Cosgrave, who'd like to go next?
I think Cosgrave will, seeing the riled up crowd, will attempt to disappear into it in order to prepare to do sneaky takedowns of cops who manage to escape Flint's attentions.
Excellent. That sounds like sneak to me. We'll roll for them real quick. Okay, you have one extra success if you choose to
Okay.
defend.
I do in fact choose to defend. I'll use that. I will use that success to be put towards the objective.
Okay. I'm marking a lot of those. Excellent. As you are able to sit there and help convince the resistance hideout to accompany you guys. Astrid, what would you like to do?
I think Astrid will take her newly gained saber, hold it high, screaming bloody murder as the dark shadows of the soul within her echoes out. She will try to charge down towards the police.
Excellent. Sounds good. I will roll for them.
I'm gonna just put it all into the objective.
All into the objective. Alright. Your charge motivates them as they are able to sit there and they kind of... It is far more French people than you thought were there for resistance purposes, as you guys seem to get flossed more and more into the crowd.
Astrid just happy to lead the charge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And Flint.
More fighting!
Yeah!
More killing, please.
Ooh.
I'm going to grab one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Use the grappling hook to go up high and throw him down into the others.
Ooh.
Ooh. Sounds good.
And improvise projectile, spending one blood. Wow. Rude.
Very rude.
I know. Yeah.
I would like to have one success. And kill some cops. And I will take a damage.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when I dragged him up to the top of the roof, he smashed my teeth.
Ooh.
The butt of his rifle.
Yeah. Not great when the food fights back.
It's just up there like...
Arena.
Even if I'm very far away, the whimpers from Flint is like, oh no, my dear. I am going to, with the help of the guerrilla squad, charge at these police officers.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
you
going
are
to.
charging with your saber and using the flanking maneuvers?
I believe so. Yes.
Excellent.
That is 4 extra, right?
Yes.
Okay. Irina is just elated at this stroke of fortune with everyone behind her. She is going to negate the damage the police will do. She is then going to push all of the other successes. One moment. Into... what is it? I think she's just going to use this to start her riot and push on to the next, into the objective.
Okay. As the riot begins, you guys are able to sit there and weave your way through, either through above, picking up the occasional police officer or Nazi for a snack, or through the crowd itself, as you begin to step into... Oddly enough, you hear music.
Ooh.
Wagner, specifically.
Oh,
As you
no.
pass by walls with horns sticking out of them. And given the fact that this guy has a lot of HP, I'm gonna call it here. It's a little short, but this guy's got a lot of HP. So, thank you guys for joining me on the first episode of Eat the Reich. Unfortunately, due to some of us having some other what's the word I'm looking for? Engagements. Obligations is another good word. We will not be making it on our next Hyrule Chronicles Day, which would be the 26th. Thank you. So it'll be about a month before we are able to see what this horn and what this Wagner music is about. But I have been the games master for the evening, Alvarance. With me playing Cosgrave, I've had Articulate T.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Playing Flint, I've had Danny Cat.
Turns out having your voice in the process of breaking lets you do some really fun creature voices.
Agreed. Like, everyone give a hand to Danny because he did so well.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Playing Irene, I've had Cress.
A good evening.
And playing Astrid, I've had RoboPirate.
Dab so many things. It was great.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me set this up.
It's
And
fun.
there we go. We have music again. Thank you all so much for being here. And thank you so much, Sunbury, for the raid. I hope you had a good time on the raid. And I hope you have a good time doing things. This was a delight. I'm very glad to play Irina, the vampire heiress. And fight some Nazis, because fuck them, you know? But not in the intercourse way. Let's see if we have somewhere to go and raid into. I see some fun folks. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry, Derek Guy. The VOD will be available in about a week, I think. Poor timing indeed. I am so sorry. And let us go into... Oh, I haven't raided into her in a while. A friend of the community. Nut Sweets, who is currently doing some, what is this? Diamond? It's called Diamond Stitch? Yay, it's cute. Making some fun art. Should be fun anyway, at least you managed to make it for part of it. Exactly. So, we are going to raid in. Also, just to be aware, I am uploading on YouTube for my VODs. So if you'd like, you can subscribe and you'll see, you know, Monster Hunter Wilds. You will see Midnight Storm when it uploads. You will see these Hyrule Chronicle Hiatus sessions. And I am hopefully soon done, finally, with the Magnus Archives session that I ran in, oh boy, January? But I am working on it to get subtitles on it very properly, so you know who is talking when. And because there's crosstalk and that sort of thing, and I want to make sure that it is audible and readable as well. So another thing is I am currently raising funds to get some birthday art done of a Rule 34 nature. So if you want to maybe donate some things, you can, of course, some Bart. The B can stand for birthday or booba, who knows. But also, it'll be in about a month and a half or so. So if you want to be part of that, you can donate. If you want to if you have suggestions about it, I have a thread in my Discord category, my Discord space of the Fey Groves. And with that, I think I have said everything that I need to say, so we are going to go and raid into Nuts, Sweets, and we are just going to chill over there. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day or night or wherever you are. And with that said, I have been Crestnether, I am Crestnether, and I will be Crestnether for the foreseeable future. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. And yeah, I think that's it. Goodbye!